So this is in continuation of my previous video where we took the example of Hallenstein's e-commerce website and used the Google Tag Assistant Chrome extension to find what data was being sent through to GA. And in this video, I'm going to show you the record feature. One of the reasons why you would need Google Tag Assistant to record things is because you don't want to analyze on a tag by tag basis, but you want to analyze what gets sent through to Google Analytics in an entire user journey, and you need kind of a report to be able to look at it later offline or even save it for records so that you can send it through to a developer with some annotations, and then they can make some changes as required. So let's jump right into it. So once you have the Google Tag Assistant and you enable the recording like I just did, just reload the page. What I'm trying to do here is give you a tour of Google Tag Assistant itself, because it's a very self-explanatory, simple Chrome extension. But what I'm trying to show you is how the same data that we saw in the previous video is available from these recordings as well. So I'm going to just scroll down a bit. Click on a random tile. The page loads up. I am going to click on the absent floral pullover hoodie. And add something to cart just to simulate an entire user journey, and then go to the checkout page. This is where I will stop my recording so that we can look at how the data is sent through. So the moment I stop my recording, I get redirected to this report. There are two parts to this report. One of them is the Tag Assistant report, which focuses on what tags got fired and the tag side of things, and the GA report, which focuses on, okay, those tags fired, but what was the information that was relevant and received by Google Analytics. So I'm going to just remove the focus from Floodlight and Google Ads remarketing tags, and you can see that now we can have a report of the entire journey that the user did, right from the home page to the category page to a particular product page to this probably would be the checkout page. And then within each page load, I have information about what tag activities were recorded. The Google Analytics tag will show the data that we saw in the previous video, which is there was a page view activity, there was a keep alive, and there was a other request. There's also an event scroll activity or event scroll tag that got sent through to GA. And then within each kind of request, you can then analyze what exactly was sent through. So here, this is the ugly looking URL with all the parameters, and this is the cleaned up version of the same thing. You can do the same thing for all of these. So let's go to the product page, and I'm sure that within the Google Analytics, there will be something for an add to cart e-commerce event. So there you go, an e-commerce product click and an e-commerce add to cart event. This would then specify everything that was relevant to the product that I added to cart. What was the product, what was the price, what was the brand, and so on and so forth. If I now move to the Google Analytics report, so there are some alerts, and this is exactly why you would use this kind of a report. So the alerts are some pages taking too much time, and the risk here is that users might be clicking away from your site before the page view is even sent through to Google Analytics. So that can be dangerous. And also, there are some event hits that are even being sent before the page view hit, which is not recommended or not expected. So when I look at each of those 4 pages that I visited, there are some alerts and errors. When I go to alert number 1, on the page load 1, there were a few hits, and look at the page view hit. It says that it took a long time to send this page view hit to Google Analytics. So while this data has been sent to Google Analytics, all it is warning you, this is a warning, is that I was on that page for long enough for this hit to be sent, but others might not. And if they move away quickly, then that page view would not even get sent through to Google Analytics. in this situation, on the second page that I was on, there is an error, and the error is that there was an event that was sent even before the page view hit was sent, which is something that shouldn't be happening. Um, in fact, if you see here, there was only one hit that was sent. There is no page view tag that even got received here. I hope you got a good understanding of how the Google Analytics recordings can be used to look at and audit your own Google Analytics setup. Thanks for watching and hope you found it helpful.